Welcome back to another video, you juicy pineapples. Now we're going to get into Khalil Rountree versus Jamal Hill. Now, what an event that was in Azerbaijan. Now, that was a hell of an event. I mean, I wasn't expecting it. I didn't think it'd be that much of a like a thriller, as in from bottom to top. There weren't really a fight on that card that didn't have some sort of excitement to it. So what a great event, and Khalil Rountree, undeniable. I mean, he should have been ranked higher anyway before that fight. I think he was ranked 7 um, after the Alex Pereira fight, but he should have been ranked higher going into it. Jamal Hill was ranked 4, and he was on like 2 consecutive losses. I don't know. I think it should have been the other way around. I think Khalil should have had the number 4 spot, and Jamal should probably maybe had this number 7. Maybe not that high, but to be fair, probably, yeah, actually. Now I think about it, he probably should have had the number 7. Anyway, let's get into the actual topic. Khalil Rountree striking. Is it just me who just noticed a massive change, or you lot as well? His Muay Thai, woo, that is sharp as hell. The straight from the bat, first minute and a half, three calf kicks. They're not even 20% calf kicks either. They're 40, 50s, maybe even 60s pushing up there. And they were snapping the leg of Jamal Hill. He really had problems with that. He just kept them off balance. He couldn't put weight on it. And what was Jamal Hill doing? What was he doing with defense? It was really frustrating to see Jamal Hill defend the way he was trying to defend. I mean, the leg kicks, they were coming fast as hell. So, I mean, you can't really criticise not being able to check him or not checking him enough. They were coming super, super fast. But what I don't get is the rear hand from Khalil Rountree, how much it was landing. He generally couldn't miss as long as he threw it. Jamal Hill was just going back in a straight line, chin high, hands up sometimes, yeah, but not high enough. His hands were always at his chest. They were never there. They were always at his chest. Khalil Rountree came out with a Muay Thai stance, and he was very alert. He was ready. You can see with the hands and the fingers were twitching. He was ready. Jamal Hill, hands down, not down, but low, hands low, moving backwards, chin high, both overhand, both overhand, both overhand. It was just landing. Anytime Khalil wanted to throw it, it landed. And if it didn't hurt Jamal 95% of the time, it definitely put him off balance, and it set Roundtree up to land vicious knees, elbows in the clinch, on the move, overhands once again. Absolutely mental. That sort of clinic of striking is so pretty to watch. Like, it is so mesmerizing that you think, wow, like people have to spend decades of training in a certain combat sports to look that clean. Like Israel Adesanya, his kickboxing is very, very, very smart, and that's because he's been doing it a long, long time, and he can move so fluid. Same with like the Conor McGregors, like in the prime. The reason why they've been able to move so fluid is because they train their body to move that fluid. Roundtree, he's had what, 2 or 3 camps in a Muay Thai gym. That's what, 8 weeks at most. 16, 24. That's 24 weeks to look that good at Muay Thai. Well done, sir. Well done. When you're looking that clean of a striker, you looked at a very, very, very dangerous opposition. I don't think there was probably many people at light heavyweight division that were looking at that fight thinking, yeah, I fancy a bit of that. I fancy a bit of that. Yeah, Alex Pereira did put a beating on Roundtree. He did definitely put a beating on him. It was kind of like a mismatch. It was quite hard to watch, to be fair. But will that same fight happen again? Will the same outcome happen? Possibly, because not much changed from the stance point of view from Khalil Roundtree that he possessed in the Pereira fight. So I feel like that probably would happen again, same outcome, if not maybe a little bit worse, because he'll be more studied. Alex Pereira, meaning, I don't know. But at the end of the day, getting back to the topic, Khalil Rountree, an absolute killer. He's a samurai when it comes to stand up. That is too clean, too clean. And I love it. I love it. I love the striking. I mean, it's just so much easier to notice the striking aspect of the game. Like you can see wrestlers and Brazilian jiu-jitsu specialists perform like a rolling knee bar, etc., or even something simple like a double leg takedown from a wrestler. You can see how they execute it, and their entry point of it is an actual art form. But you don't. But for the average Joe, you don't notice that. They'll probably think, "Oh, I could land that with a little bit of strength," but realistically, they can't do it the way that they've just seen actually, because the technique it takes to put into that is unreal. Whereas striking, even the average Joe will see the way that the strikes were thrown and be like, whoa, this guy can swing. You know what I mean? Like, it takes some serious training. One of my favourite fighters at the moment, one of my favourite fighters. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Don't count him out. You can't, unless it's Alex Pereira, you can't count him out. Even then, I probably wouldn't want to. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of that whole event in general. But once again, thank you for coming across another video. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you at the next one. Whoosh.